Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to Writer's Workshop. Lisa's going to teach us another small moment lesson today. So let's get ready to listen and learn so we can get better at writing.
Hi, writers. Welcome back to Writer's Workshop. So, writers, I just wanted to compliment you on all the amazing work that you've been doing, bringing your stories to life. You guys have been working hard to unfreeze the people in your story, make them move, make them talk, to tell your stories in small steps, right? Bit by bit by bit, exactly what happened. So we can stretch out our story across pages, just like our favorite author, George McClemens. And then we were working to bring out the inside, making our characters feel and making them think. You guys have really taken charge of your writing. So today I wanted to tell you another way that authors can bring their stories to life. One thing they do is they act out their story, what's really happening. Maybe they act it out on their own, maybe they act it out with a partner, and sometimes they even just put a movie in their mind so they can see exactly what happened in their story. So I thought we might try that together today with one of my stories. You might remember I was thinking about my watermelon and seed ideas. And one topic I had was when I took my trip to Florida. And then I realized I had so many seed ideas in that story. And I started my story about going tubing. But another story I really wanted to tell was about going fishing on the docks with my uncle. So I thought that one, maybe you can help me today as I act out parts of my story, and I would love it if you joined in. So writers, I just want to remember that moment and exactly what happened. So one day I was fishing on the dock with my uncle. I threw my line into the water and I caught a fish. But that doesn't really sound like a very exciting story. So let's really think back. In my mind, what did I do? So I remember fishing with my uncle. And the first thing I had to do was put that slimy worm on the hook. So can we all do that together? Can you grab the slimy worm and grab the hook, and let's put that worm on the hook. Great. Are you holding the hook? Awesome. Okay. And then I remember my uncle saying, be careful. Don't let go of the hook. So I held the hook in my fingers, and then with my other hand, I reached down for the pole. Can you do that? Let's reach down for our pole. So we have our pole and our hook. And then I had to cast my pole so that I can throw the line into the water. So I remember, what exactly did I do? Let me just put a picture in my mind. Okay, so I was holding onto the hook, and then I held onto the handle tightly, and I brought my hands back. Can we do that? Can we pull the pole back? All the way back. And then I threw the line into the water, letting go of the hook. And then I grabbed the pole with the other hand, and I waited. And then all of a sudden, I felt my pole start to shake. Let me see your pole start to shake. And I remember saying, I caught something. And my uncle said, reel it in, real slowly. So I grabbed onto the reel and I circled it back real slowly. Circle it back with me, writers. And as the closer I got, it started to shake a little. And I really had to pull back with all my might. Let me see you pull back with all your might. And all of a sudden, I saw a fish. And I reached up and I grabbed onto the fish. And I carefully put the pole down. Then I had to unhook the fish. Let's try that. Unhook the fish. I put the hook down and I held the fish with two hands to show my uncle. And then because my fish was so small, I had to let it go and throw it back into the water. So I carefully walked it back over to the edge of the dock and I threw the fish back into the water. Let me see you throw it in. Threw the fish back into the water, and then I watched it swim away. So writers, did you see how we did that? You guys helped me do an amazing job of acting out the parts of my story so that I can really bring it to life and I can really remember exactly what happened. And I think this is such a helpful way for us to bring our stories to life that I'm going to add act it out to our chart. So now we have another way of bringing our stories to life. So in a minute, you guys are going to go off and do some writing. And maybe you're in the middle of a story, and maybe today you're about to start a new story. But before you even start writing, I think it'd be really helpful if you can remember that moment in your mind and you can act out exactly what happened. Thumbs up if you're ready to give it a try. You're going to have so much fun. Off you go.
Boys and girls, Lisa's story made me think of a perfect small moment story. This weekend, Anna, my daughter Anna, was baking cookies. She has a little baking business, so she was baking not cookies, she was baking cupcakes for our neighbor's 3rd birthday. So Anna frosted them all, and I was thinking I was going to include the feelings in my story. She was so excited. The cupcakes looked beautiful. It was a fireman theme, so she did red, orange, and yellow frosting. She put them all on this cupcake tree, and we bought these fireman sticks to put in them. Lots of detail, all the small steps. And then we had extra cupcakes. So we put them on this like cake pan that's spun. So we were walking them to the neighbors, and Anna was carrying the cupcake tree. I'm sorry, I was carrying the cupcake tree with all of the birthday cupcakes. She had the cake pan with the extras, and she was walking, and she tripped, and she fell, and she was going like this, and the cupcakes flew off the pan and were rolling in the grass and the dirt. She was sad at first, but we had to pick the cupcakes back up. Those were the extra cupcakes, thankfully. But then we brought them back home, and we delivered the real good cupcakes on the cupcake tree to the birthday party. But I was thinking, that's a great small moment story. That's one I can act out. That's one where I could tell feelings. Anna was super excited to do the cupcakes, and she was super sad when she tripped and fell. But it was good because we didn't need those cupcakes. I can include lots of details in my story. So that's going to be the small moment story that I'm going to write about today. So boys and girls, when you're writing today, think about bringing your stories to life. Think about what Lisa said, making your characters move and talk, telling stories bit by bit by bit, and getting all those itsy bitsy little details in there, making the people think and feel. Tell me what they're thinking and feeling. You can even go as far as to act out the story to help you remember how you felt. So writers, go ahead and write a small moment story today, and you can send it to your teacher
Hi,
on
writers. Welcome
Seesaw.
back to Writers
And then I look forward
Workshop.
to getting
So writers,
all of your writing today. Sorry about that. I kept hitting the wrong button. All right, writers, you're off.